Welcome to Models and Agents for Beginners, episode 33. It's May 9th, 2026. Today's AI news is pretty exciting, and I promise, no jargon. Let's go. So imagine you have a friend who knows your entire schedule, your step count from last night, and even notes from your last checkup. That friend could spot when you're running low on energy and suggest a quick break that actually fits between classes. Google just added something like that inside their Google Health app, powered by their Gemini model. Instead of generic advice like everyone should walk 10,000 steps, this coach looks at your real data from wearables and fitness apps. It pulls together your medical records, your sleep logs, and your calendar to spot patterns you might miss. Think of it like a smart dashboard in your car that warns you before the fuel light comes on. Except here, it reminds you to drink water or stretch before you feel drained. For students juggling school and sports, that means suggestions that respect busy days rather than pushing goals that feel impossible. You might get a note suggesting a short walk between classes based on how poorly you slept the night before. Right now, the feature is rolling out on both Android and iOS. So if you have a Google account, you can open the app, connect any trackers you already use, and start chatting with the coach about your typical day. It is completely free to try, and the best part is it turns all that scattered health data into one helpful conversation. Okay, now for my favorite part of the show. The deep dive, where we look under the hood at how these models actually work. You know how when you are texting a friend, your phone guesses the next word before you finish typing? Now picture that same autocomplete looking ahead and guessing the next 3 or 4 words all at once instead of one at a time. That is basically what multi-token prediction does inside newer models like Gemma 4. By planning several steps ahead, the model finishes its answers faster without losing quality. It still checks its own work, but it spends less time going back and forth on every single word. Google reports this trick can speed up certain workflows by up to 3 times. So next time someone mentions multi-token prediction, you can picture it as smarter autocomplete that thinks a few words ahead. Not so scary once you see the simple idea behind it. And that is basically how multi-token prediction works. Let's move to some cool stuff you can try right now with tools that are already free. First up, you can turn any random object into a clean, labeled diagram, perfect for school projects or just curiosity. ChatGPT's image generator now creates educational cross-section drawings, even when you start with nothing but a description. The trick is asking it to restore an imaginary object into a scientific illustration with neat labels and pointer lines. Go to the ChatGPT website, start a new chat, choose the Create Image option, and try this exact prompt. Restore an imaginary bicycle into a clean educational cross-section on a white background, preserve the most distinctive visible features, and add neat labels with pointer lines. Watch it build layers and parts you can screenshot straight into your notes. Try it with something everyday like a backpack or a phone charger, and you will end up with a diagram that looks like it came from a textbook. Next, head over to Reddit to see how realistic AI images have become and train your own eye. People are posting AI-generated photos that look almost identical to real ones, and the comments turn into a game of spotting what is fake. It is a fun way to understand what current image models can and cannot do yet. Visit reddit.com and search for the phrase levels of realism in the image generation. Then scroll through the latest examples. Pick one photo and try describing it back to ChatGPT or another free image tool to see how close you can get on your own. You will quickly notice the tiny details that still give AI away, like lighting or textures that feel slightly off. Now for a couple of quick bits that caught my eye this week. Sony believes faster AI tools will let small game development teams create more titles while keeping human artists in charge of the creative vision. It is a reminder that these tools speed things up but do not replace the people telling the stories. In other news, Chrome quietly added a 4 GB local AI model that runs right on your device without sending data to the cloud. You can turn the feature off in settings if you prefer not to keep the extra storage on your computer. That is it for today. Remember, every AI expert started exactly where you are right now. If something we talked about today made you curious, go try it. That's literally how learning works. Stay curious, keep experimenting, and we'll see you tomorrow. And if you'd rather watch than listen, find us on YouTube at NERA Network. Links in the show notes. This episode used AI voice synthesis of my voice. Editorial selection and analysis are my own.